another trap check here, and the only thing I'm seeing right now is a big old moccasin. He's sitting there looking at me. Not too happy. It's warm today. He's actually not that big. He's average size. But see, he's flicking his tail at me, and he went underwater. But we have nothing on the traps, so I'm gonna go over there and refresh that one, see if we can't get a beaver to come over to this. Doesn't, by the looks of it, it's been no activity at all. There's been no rain, so beavers aren't too active over here. I'll come back to you. Okay, so you can still see the little spots in the water from where the moccasin was yesterday, but we had rain last night, and I walked up and look at who's there. Finally got our reluctant beaver. Looks like came sliding under the fence there, right down into that circle conibear. So I'm going to reset that and see if we get anything else, but it looks like our culprit here has been damming the ditch. So we got it. Okay, Bama Dave with you here. I'm doing some work for the county today, right down at the beach. In fact, just off the intercoastal waterway, and I can see the condos from the beach from here. It's about 75 degrees, not ideal beaver trapping weather, but it is getting cooler at night, so the beavers are starting to pair up, and in about 2 weeks they're going to start breeding, because around here they have their babies about the end of March. So we need to get them out of here right now before they start having baby beavers. Excuse me. So here's my problem area. You can see we got a little dam here, and so we're gonna work on that. And you can see they've been cutting some trees right across the way. They're cutting some trees right there. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm kind of worried about, this is a very exposed place. I'm worried about losing my gear. So I'm gonna put them on the other side so that if somebody wants to get them, they're gonna have to work for them. I'm also worried about, because it's warm, turtles, and turtles will set your traps off all the time, and they're moving during the day while it's still warm, and they'll set off your traps before the beavers get a chance to get to them. So I'm going to put some things on the bank using round body grips with some caster mounts. These beavers should be getting starting to get territorial now and looking for mates. So I'm not sure if this is just one beaver. It could probably just one beaver, or maybe a pair, but we're going to get them out of here, and so let's go ahead and get to it. So again, I'm just wading out here in this ditch, putting them on this far side. So if anybody wants to come out here, they're gonna have to work for them. Again, this ditch is about, I don't know, about 4 feet deep. And that's why I have this potato rake with me. It's not only useful for beaver trapping, but it's also a good guide when you're walking, so you don't step in a hole, because one thing beavers are good at is digging out the bottom where you least suspect it. So here's another little indention here, and some little place he's been cutting up some privet, and he's been coming up here. You can see this little trail. He's been coming up here. There's some tracks on the ground and some privet he's cut. Right there's a piece of privet and some little privet in the water. So we're gonna go ahead and set a trap here too. So, and this limb he's cut. Okay, so here's my third set. Just kind of cover up the edges a little bit, the corners, and put a little mud pie in the back and some smell good on the tree. And he should come check it out, and hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and have some beavers waiting on us. So we will come back. All right, it's the next morning. I'm coming to do my checks, and I can see my first conibear undisturbed. I can really smell castor, and my trap is missing. In fact, I've got 2 traps missing, but I do see a big beaver. Hopefully it's a big beaver. We'll see. Sitting over here in the bushes. So let's see what we got. No, actually, I'm going to go down to this one. I know I got a beaver here. This trap is totally missing. I can see the clip, but I don't see the thing. So we'll come back to it. Okay, so one thing you don't want to ever do is drink water out of a beaver swamp, because you will get giardia and some other nasty things. And the reason is they poop in the water, and there's a whole bunch of beaver poop floating in this water. But hopefully we've got the culprits out of here this morning, and I can call the county and have them come unplug this dam and get all this nasty fetid water out of here. I'm a little bit concerned I'm missing a trap. Well, no, I see the cable. The cable is pulled tight, which is really weird. I don't see anything, so I don't know if a deer set this off, maybe. I don't know. This is pretty weird, but let's see if we got a beaver or something on here. Looks like I got a big bunch of nothing on this one. So I had a miss on this one. This is unusual to have a miss on a trap. On these anyway. I haven't had that happen often. But I know I don't have a miss down here, so let's go check out this other one. Smart beaver. Oh, that one didn't miss. You can see our beaver sitting there. He moved a little bit. I can smell the castor, that's for sure. Wow, very noticeable smell of castor in here. And there's our beaver. He did some flopping and twisting, but in the end, there he is. He knotted up my cable pretty good. It's been a smart daggone beaver. Anyway. Pretty good size one. There he is. There's probably another one in here, but we'll get him out and get it reset. Okay, well here's our beaver, and it's a good size one. It's got a really big tail. It doesn't appear to be a female, but we do need to get him out of here. So I'm gonna get this thing reset and see if we can get another one out of here. There's probably at least one more in here. I had that miss. I may not get them on this anymore, so we'll have to see. And I got somebody checking me out. Okay, so I'm coming to check my traps here this morning. It's kind of warm, but ease in the water here. It gets kind of deep right here, I think. Anyway, walking up on our first beaver. Looks like another 2-year-old probably. Yeah, it's like a 2-year-old. Nice head catch. Right by the head, that's the way you want him. So, and you see my castor mount is totally smeared out here. He wore that thing out. So we're gonna fix that back up and see if we get some more. Come back to you. Okay, so here's my remake. Got that beaver out of there and remade my castor mound where I could see where he'd been up on the bank there. There's a big old bullfrog. I'm not seeing any moccasins so far this morning, but they are out, especially if there's frogs around. You're gonna find moccasins, but it's part of the reason I'm using these round conibears today, because it's still warm enough for reptiles and I don't want turtles setting off my conibears. So putting them up on the bank like this is a good option. And it's effective too. But anyway, so I splashed some water up on the bank where that beaver had been, where he smashed my castor mount and did his own little business up there. So I washed that out with some water and just remade this, put some junk over the springs on my trap, and I've got a little guide stick over here. So if he wants to come up and smell this, he's gonna have to go through that hole. So that's kind of what it looks like. All right, let's go down to the next one. Okay, here's my next set about 10 feet away. Looks like a smaller beaver here. But this is the second one I've got on this set, so it's a good little spot. It's a natural cut-in. So let's take a look at him, see what we got. Yeah. Not as big. He's probably another 2-year-old. Not as big as that first one we got out of here. But definitely a ditch dammer, so the county will be happy we're getting these jokers out of here. So, all right, come back to you. Okay, so now I'm on the other side of the road. You can see the little grass dam there, and this is the culvert they're using, but daggone, I don't know if I've seen a better run than that. Throw a beaver in. You see he's got a little dam there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put a little dive set here. Very narrow. This is like the perfect little spot. It's about knee deep, so I'll be able to get them underwater and let these cars go by. So it's about knee deep, and I think we'll get them coming from the little feeding spot here. So I'll come back to you. So here's a look at this upper part of this slide. You can see it's very well used. And he's sliding right down there, and at the very end I've got a pile of trash and I've got a dive set for him. So when he comes out, he's gonna hit it. Okay, it's a couple days later. I came up here this morning and haven't gotten anything in a couple days, and I showed up and my trap was gone and my other trap was gone up this run. So I started fishing around, and I didn't see my trap. I was kind of worried it had been stolen, but it wasn't. We got our beaver here coming down this run, so he almost made it through too. It's another one of these smaller ones, but we'll get him out of here and get this reset. But yeah, there's still some beavers in here, so I'll get these. I don't know how he made it through that other trap, but he sure did. He must have been flying. But anyway, I'll get these jokers reset and we'll come back to you. Okay, well, I'm coming out here to check traps again this morning. It's been kind of slow the past few days. I was thinking I got all the beavers out of here. It looks like I got another one. This looks like a decent sized one on this set here. Let's see if this might be the female. It got down to about 38 degrees last night. These circle conibears do a number on them. Doesn't appear to be the female, but I think I'm gonna close this job down anyway. I think we're done here. I've seen no activity on the other side. This makes number 5 out of here. Generally, there's a big female. I've gotten several 2-year-olds, but last spring I saw a big beaver that got run over just down the road, so it's possible that that was her, and I'm just getting everything else out of the colony. So I'm going to go ahead and retrieve this beaver and shut this job down. So, and if they get back out here, I know the county will call me, so we'll take her and get her loaded up in the truck.